This is October the 26th. It's a Sunday evening, and we're going to spend some time together. Clinton, who's 10, and Sandra is going to be our projectionist. Sandra's 13 this year. Sandra is going to show us the movies. And we have on the other side of the room, watching movies, Rhea. Rhea is 29 now. And we have Jeanette. And how old's Jeanette today? 11. Okay. And then we have Debbie Ann. And she's just getting up from a nap here, but we talked her into lying down on the couch to edit our movies with us and tell us when we're saying things wrong, because we're going to try to take our old 8mm movies, play them on this old slide projector that I got when I was in California back in 1967, when Rhea and I first went down to work at Autonetics, and we chummed around a lot with Wendell and Martha and Barbara and Frank and their families. This first tape is going to be about Wendell and Frank and ourselves and some different activities. This first picture starts out with a picture of us at Big Bear, California, 1967, with Martha and Wendell. And Dad has got his 14-foot hydroplane with an 80-horse Evinrude on it. And Wendell's brought up his black ranchero and his camper with Martha and the family, and we're camping out a Friday night and Saturday, and then we're going to go home. Okay, Sandra, let's roll it.
Let's start moving.
Is it moving?
No.
It's all right. Okay, we got it rolling. There they are. Martha and Wendell and the family, their black ranchero. This is Rhea. Uh-oh.
There it goes.
Turn it off, Sandra. Just a second. Well, back to it again. We're having a little trouble with the old projector. Maybe it'll stay in there. There's the 14-foot hydroplane and a 1955 Cadillac that we brought down from Utah. And we're camping out in the Big Bear campgrounds and pine trees. It smells beautiful out there. There's Wendell's black ranchero and a little camper they had. There's Wendell just coming out after getting a snack. He was always hungry in those days. There's Aunt Martha and Rhea. Wendell, and that must be Mike or Terry there in the back. And that must be Becky. Now we're watching a bird. I'm trying to watch a bird hopping along the ground here. Yeah, sure enough, see him right there at about 11 o'clock. Oh, now we're going to go out and practice target practice here. This is Dad with his .22 pistol on that he bought when he was a kid, and Uncle Wendell with his trusty .22, and we're going to show off a little Air Force ROTC drill team activity here. We're both really good. And now we've got a little competition going. See who can quick draw and get the can the first. Needless to say, Uncle Darrel won, right? That's Aunt Rhea. Caught her in a pretty pose across the log.
Terry.
This is Rhea says this is Terry. When he was small, out exploring, trying to get his feet wet. Now, what's Uncle Wendell gonna do for us? He's always got something. He's just gonna give us a smile. Next morning, Saturday morning, Martha's cooking bacon and eggs, making all the campers' mouths water. Kids are starving up there doing anything they can to get some bacon, eggs, and pancakes. Yeah, Wendell, now he's the only guy you ever saw could walk with both arms swinging in the same direction. Kind of keep your eyes open and you'll notice that Wendell can do that. Well, there's Darrel over to the side, and Rhea to the right. And there's the 14-foot hydroplane that Darrel built in the front room in the Utah home. And Darrel and Rhea are going to take their boat for a little spin in Big Bear Lake. Aunt Martha's running the camera. Boat really runs fantastic. Plenty of horsepower with those big 80 horses. Only problem is when one of the tanks goes dry, it doesn't go very fast, so we had to stop and switch gas tanks. Now we're back on the extra tank and go for a little cruise here around the lake. It's getting late Saturday evening and the sun's starting to go down and getting a little darker out. And all the other boats are off the lake and it's real peaceful and quiet. And then we're taking our boat for a leisurely cruise. We pick up beautiful color in the sky at sunset. There are a few clouds floating, but for the most part it was a beautiful sunlit evening. Very peaceful and quiet. And somebody had built a Chinese pagoda type house here on a small island that sticks out in Big Bear Lake, and we were pretty impressed with it, so we took some pictures of the rocks and the island and this man's special home. I had a camera with 3 turrets on it, so here I had to switch and show you all of the heavy-duty, high-powered telescope capability of my $5 camera. And we run our boat back over toward the shore. A couple of more high-speed runs just to blow the soot out of the combustion chambers before we put it on the trailer. Boat would run about 49 miles an hour, which was just about 2 miles an hour faster than Wendell's inboard with a Corvette engine. And that was before the plugs got fouled, and then Wendell could beat me. And here's the late afternoon, evening sky. A few boaters straggling in and out, probably fishing, but we pulled our boat out. We're just taking a final look around before we pack up and head back for Los Angeles. It's about a 2-3 hour drive. And Darrel was really good at getting birds, squirrels, clouds, and rocks and trees. And later on he learned to take better pictures. Now we've opened up the exposure reading on the camera so that we're getting just a little bit more light on the subject. And here we are, all packed up, ready to go, and stop for a snack right at the end. Of course, Uncle Darrel and Uncle Wendell always had to have a snack. And Uncle Howard too, if he was around. It's getting kind of dark and just barely see Wendell. There's Aunt Martha sticking her head out of the camper to wave at us. Oh, a little smooch there. Yeah, who was that?
Nathan.
Well, we're going to do a little trick for you here. Watch this close now. Oh, look at that. Wendell walked up and multiplied into 2. Now, watch this switch. Oh, my goodness. Now, that wasn't quite as smooth. Here we are skiing up in, looks like up in Utah, at Temp Haven. Yeah, this is Aunt Rhea.
That suit looks familiar.
This is her first time, I believe, wasn't it, Rhea? first time on skis. And she is doing pretty darn good going down the hill. The film's starting to get a little old and yellow. It's a good thing we're switching it onto this video.
It goes so fast.
That's doing pretty well.
Excellent, Mom.
For me, that was pretty adventurous.
Down the hill she comes. And we taught her to snowplow right off the bat so that she wouldn't kill herself on trees, rocks, and bushes so bad. And we also have Martha's family up with us. And let's see, this is a lot later. Let's see, this must be Mike. Who's this skiing down here? Ah, Susan? That was Susan. Okay, that was Aunt Susan just past Uncle Howard. Oh, here's Rhea again. Now she noticed the improvement in her style. She is really starting to pick up speed. Where's that tree? There comes Aunt Rhea again. Whoops. Oh, let's see. It's going to be kind of hard to follow this. There's Aunt Martha. And, yeah, this is a few years later because the kids are bigger, aren't they?
This was that Christmas vacation in Utah. When
Yeah,
everybody slept
okay.
on the floor.
Yeah, this is quite a few years later, and we kind of jumped time from 67 up into the around the 1970s or so, but kids are bigger. There's Uncle Howard. Now he's trying to do a little bit of hot dogging here. And Aunt Martha and Uncle Howard. Let's see. Where's Uncle Wendell? Have we seen him? There's Howard again. There's Martha.
Who's following Mom?
Who was that took a dump there? Mike? Well, it could have been Mike. He wasn't real good at the time. Uh-oh, there's somebody else. Is that Aunt Martha? See, Martha does fall down once in a while. Who's going to crash here? Oh, is this Howard? Or that's Uncle Darrel. Woo!
Yeah.
That's Hot Dog Darrel. You notice he didn't fall down. Howard jumps the big jump. And... oh, Mike didn't make it. Who's this coming over the jump? It is Martha. And she makes it. What a skier. Here comes. Uh-oh. Somebody crashed where they came over. Must have been Aunt Rhea. Now here comes little Becky. Oh, she made it too. And this is Terry. He made it. Who is this? Oh, darn. Must have been Wendell. Okay. Here comes Uncle Howard. Oh, he's showing his hot dog ski tricks now.
This was later.
Yes, this is later. This is down by, matter of fact, we've switched from Utah over to Big Bear, I believe, here. We're putting all the ski films together. And there goes Uncle Darrel past Uncle Howard with the camera. Now, Howard's getting back in the lead. Oh, we're having a good time today. And Dad's on a job interview trip down in California. And we've taken advantage of a Saturday, I think, between job interviews to go skiing. And that's a tricky bit of work there, Uncle Howard. Whoops. There, he picked it right back up. And there's Mike. He's bigger, isn't he? Bigger and better. There, ooh, there goes Howard again and again. You know, watch this. Uncle Darrel skis right underneath Uncle Howard with the camera, and he's still going. You notice Howard covered himself up there. Here it comes again. This is the most dangerous part of the mission. Right underneath. Uh-oh. Fell down that thing. Here we come. Passed him up. Okay, now Howard's gonna ski and I'm gonna ski behind him and take his picture, and we're both gonna crash in the trees. Now here's Wendell trying to make us think that our camera is screwed up by walking too fast, see? Yeah, he's always got to do something.
Who's that?
That's Aunt Martha. She's just coming out to start the morning. And Wendell grabs the rope, and the motor sagged and chugged and spit, but it did pull him to the top. There we go, down the hill. Everybody skis. Everybody has fun. Yeah, oh, there's Uncle Darrel, and Howard skied underneath. Here comes Wendell. Is Wendell gonna make it? No. No, Mike. Now that was Mike. Mike didn't make it. Now Wendell's gonna try to make it here pretty soon. There's Uncle Darrel again. There's Mike, Uncle Wendell. Everybody skis. Aunt Martha. There's Dad. Now he's having fun, hot dogging like Uncle Howard. One ski for Darrel. There comes Wendell, back up the rope tow. Howard, back up. We can't get enough. Watch Dad go underneath. Oh, Darrel goes under Uncle Howard. Here it comes. Darrel, under Uncle Howard again. What a shot. Oh, big guy coming through. Oh, what happened? The big guy went down. Then Howard shoots underneath Uncle Darrel's legs, and down the hill he goes. We had a lot of people come to us that day and say it looked like we were having more fun on the hill than anybody else. And we were. We were having a lot of good family fun. Yes, indeed. Having a good time. Now we have switched. Jimmy, Darrel and Rhea have a new baby, and this is little baby Doug. Oh, was that Sandra? You sure?
That was Linda holding.
Uh-oh. That's, erase that last entry. That must have been a couple years later in this ski trip where we had Sandra. And here comes, sure enough, must have been Sandra, because there's baby Debbie in our old Fiat, an old 1967 Fiat. With Hi, Debbie. Hi, honey. And we're staying overnight. It was so cold that night. Yeah, this was over in Wyoming on the way home from the ski trip. It was so cold that the motel door froze shut with ice. Nobody get their car started but us, and we did it by pouring hot water out of a wastebasket down the side of the engine for 10 minutes until it warmed the engine up. Oh, and look at Rhea bringing little baby Sandra out without any head covering, and it's so bitter cold. Ooh. Okay. So we have just seen a picture of the ski trips to California in March of 1973 and the winter Christmas trip that Wendell and Howard and Uncle Darrel and Rhea all got together over in Provo and went skiing up on top of the mountain in Utah. And now we're ready to see some more family movies. Let's see what's up next. Okay, turn it on, Jeanette. Oh, turn it off, turn it off. And this is Rhea with the baby coming home from the hospital.
That must be Jeanette.
What? Is that baby Doug? Gee,
Look at the blanket, Mom.
we've jumped clear
Yellow
back
one.
to about 1969, and now we're over at our house in Brea, California. Yes, this is baby Doug when he first came home, and Aunt Rhea. Oh, isn't he a cute little flipper? And there's Rhea's wedding rings. Oh, we just missed them. Yeah, she did have some rings when we first got married. There's Doug. Now, he's kind of a cuddly, wiggly little guy, isn't he? Rhea and I are so proud of him there. There's those wedding rings. Oh, look at that cute little guy. Tell you what, he could eat. Well, I'm getting a close up here. Don't know what we're seeing, but
Double chin.
double chin, I guess. Look at that fat little guy. You can tell he's eating, couldn't you? Yes, sir.
We only lived in that house 2 months, so we're ill.
He says, I'm tired of holding my head up. Let me rest it again for a while. I think Rhea likes this little guy.
Yeah, it's a ball.
Yeah. You see Doug wave at us there? Now we're bundling him up. We're going to put him in our fairly new Fiat. Yeah, oh, look at that cute chick here. We got a few pine trees.
This is Christmas of 68.
Yeah, a few pine trees. Yeah, Rhea says this has got to be Christmas 68. Now there's Uncle Rich. That's Aunt Judy's first husband. And they came to visit us at Christmas. There's Aunt Judy, kids. And one of their little babies. Must be Jaren or one of those. And they've got this little blue Volkswagen that Grandmother Grace gave them. And they got married. We were selling a few Christmas trees at the time and trying to raise a little side money, and that didn't work out too well. Well, there's Aunt Judy and her little baby. They're just getting ready to leave. Laying down in the back, there's another little baby. That makes two. Is that the same one? Only had one at the time?
Yes.
Okay, take that back. Only had one then. Yeah, Rich says he wants a picture, and so he's trying to line us up, and we're lining up on him while he's lining up on us. And there's Aunt Rhea. It's about Christmas time. You can see the Christmas wreath up on the wall. What a chick. Mm. Well, you gotta have a little fun in your life. Yes, indeed. Hey, now we're in for a treat. We've bought a boat since the last film, and here Doug's grown a little older, and it's a nice, sunny, early summer day, and Doug is out taking his swim. He really likes water, this boy, and you kind of watch what he does with this hose. First he discovers that it looks kind of pretty, and then he discovers it's wet and cool. He said, my head's kind of hot, Dad. You watch me cool myself off here. He says, oh, said, I'm getting hot again. I can feel the heat coming. I'm gonna have to do something about this. Where'd it go? There, he said, now I'm getting it. He said, now I'm getting it. He said, oh, wait a minute, I can't breathe. Oh, he's decided he's had enough, and Rhea rescues him. There he goes, but he's undaunted. He's going for it again. Oh, he's having a good time. Nice warm day. We're alongside our 40-foot yacht down in Wilmington, California. And our boat's next to it. He's sitting in a little tub on one of those wooden walkways out in the water. Ah, he's having a good time.
Cold water.
Hey, you Doug. Oh, what a good time we're having here today. Said, Mom, that's enough. I have had it. Get me out of this thing. Yeah, there's the old beatnik bum lived next to us on a sailboat. And he kind of liked Doug. He had a beer in one hand, a cigarette in the other, but he kind of liked Doug. Now Doug's grown a little older. He's learned to climb trees. He said, look, Dad, see how high I am up in the sky. Watch me get down. I can do it all by myself. See? There you go. Now he knows he's on TV here. Oh, he has learned a new trick. Let's see. Who we got here? Where was this taken? Oh, this is in the back of our Lomita apartment, and here I'm coming home from work from the body shop with my old dirty work clothes on, and Uncle Howard's over for dinner in the backyard. And we're just enjoying a nice afternoon in Southern California. And there's that Sheltie. Was that Ginger? Boy, that's good food.
Howard lived with us. That was about 2 blocks from your body shop.
Yeah. Yeah, and Uncle Howard's living with us at that time, not married yet. Yeah. Now we're going down to Disneyland. For those of you that haven't been to Disneyland, this is kind of what she looks like. And we're taking...
That was just before we moved to Utah.
That's little baby Debbie there with Rhea. Uh-oh, now we're already back to... Yeah, we're moved out here to Illinois now, and Doug is learning to ride a bicycle. Now he's having a little trouble getting the proper speed up, so Dad kind of helps out a little bit. I found a big old baseball bat, and I'm going to chase him around and see if he can't go just a little bit faster. Is he going to do it? Look at him pedal now. I mean, he's really moving that bicycle. I think he crashed. It's a little... Yeah, was that Rod Miller out there? Little fastback Mustang that I bought wrecked and fixed up while we lived here. And this is our old house in Goodfield. We kept up the yards around the place to pay the rent here. There's Dad's old black Skyliner with the white top. Oh, these films are spliced together in a little erratic order. We're back down in California here.
That's Howard's apartment.
And this is where Uncle Howard lived after he moved out from our little place.
Look at him.
I guess you're right, Rhea. This was just before Howard moved in with us. Howard used to have a roommate in an apartment over here by Procter & Gamble. And he spent a lot of happy times with Rhea and I and Doug. Doug was quite a little hip swinger, wasn't he? But he was a happy little baby. Hey.
He's exercising.
Whoop. Here's Uncle Howard. Now we're going to take a little trip over to see a river. river and just north of the city where we're living there in California, and we're loading up the old white station wagon. It had a hopped up 350 Chevy engine in it. It had all of the picnic goodies and chairs and here's oh, everybody close your eyes. This is Debbie. And getting her diapers changed here. Oh, she's a tiny little girl, wasn't she? 2 months old.
Mom's talking to her.
There she is. Oh, she hasn't got much hair, does she? We gotta see her now. Okay, over here at the state park on the way to the river, stopped to go to the restroom and stretch our legs. And we gotta let the dog out too. The dog has to take a restroom stop. There's Uncle Howard heading for it. Yep, he's fast. Here he comes back already. And he's calling Ginger. Here, Ginger, and Doug too. Ginger and Doug. Oh, you know what Doug wants, don't you? There's the other dog, yeah. And there's Dad with Doug. And our dog. This is a long time ago. There. Oh. Says sit. See, we're training Ginger to sit. Sit. And then we say stay, Ginger. And then he says, come. Come, girl. Look at that. Oh. Ah, did she come, huh? Yeah. Yeah, she likes that game, doesn't she? Uh-oh. It's an X-rated movie here. Now we finally found that river. Is Doug gonna go out there and wade in it or not, huh? No, he said, I figured what I want to do. He said, I'll throw sand and gravel. I don't care about wading in the river. Yeah.
Look at those dimples.
And he's found a big rock. Whoa! Oh, there's He-Man Uncle Howard. He's gonna go out in the big water. He's gonna try to get the dog to go with him. I don't know if she likes that or not. Look at Clint's even going out a little bit.
Doug.
Oh, Doug, you're right. It's not Clint. There's my chick. Oh, what a nice afternoon that was. We just had a nice time with a picnic in the water and the dog and playing with Doug. Debbie slept most of the time. She didn't get out in the water here. Yeah, Mama's learning from Doug here. He's taught her a couple new tricks. See, she knows how now too. Were you having fun, Rhea?
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think Mom had some good days down there. Hey, here comes the dog. Watch this. Here she comes again. She's attacking the cameraman. Oh, we just saw a little bit of baby Doug and his early years in Southern California. Now we're ready to see another set of movies, and who knows what these will be because they aren't marked. Jeanette, let them roll.
Oh.
That's Catalina.
I guess this is when we had our 40-foot yacht over at Catalina. And here we're cruising into Cat Harbor. That was the big pavilion at Avalon where they had plays and all kinds of things. And these little white dots out here are the buoys where you hook your boat on, so you can leave your big boat parked out in the water. And then you take your little dinghy and you row over to shore there and shop and have fun, whatever you want to do. And this is a typical day in Catalina Island, Cat Harbor. Mountain right there is owned by Wrigley, the guy that makes Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum, and that's some of his mansion that you can see in the background up on the hill. 26 miles across the California coast. And here we're leaving Cat Harbor. We're towing our little dinghy that we use to go to shore behind us with a rope. And we're taking a look at Cat Harbor as we leave. Is this the trip? I think this is the trip where we have Orville and Beverly with us at Christmas time, and this is the trip where Doug is so sick. And a little dinghy just making hot time behind us. We're going about 12, 15 miles an hour. Yeah, we're just going around the island. Oh, time to catch the movie just a minute. And as we go around the island here, we see an airplane taking off in the background there. They had a twin-engine seaplane that came to Catalina now and then. Here we see a group of California gray whales. They're about as big as our boat, and there's 20 or 30 of them around us. It's really kind of spooky. I was afraid some of them might run into the boat and destroy the propeller or rudder, or maybe even knock a hole in the boat. I was laying up on the nose of the boat, and Uncle Orville was driving the boat. And there must be 40 or 50 whales here in this group. Big, heavy whales. There's its fluted tail. Right alongside the boat, going under the boat and around it. We had some good years down in Southern California, out in the ocean, and fishing, scuba diving, seeing the animals and the fish. Now we're around the back side of the island, and we're gonna go way up toward the top. Actually, I said that we were in Cat Harbor. The name of that last place we were at was Avalon. Catalina Harbor is actually around the back side of the island and up further, and that's where we're going, is up to Catalina Harbor. There's Rhea in the pilot house, and Aunt Beverly. And a cousin, that's Rhea's cousin, that's right. And there's Orville, another of Rhea's cousins. He's driving the boat. This is their first vacation since they've been married. Orville's been studying at college and working very hard and hasn't taken any time off. Beautiful day, clear water. Now we're back on the mainland, and we're up in the Marineland Tower, which overlooks everything, and here we can see the Marineland pools where the fish are. We're going to go down and see some of those in just a little bit. Parking lot. And 26 miles across the sea. It's Catalina, but the Catalina Island is hidden in fog usually, or sea mist, and here we can't see it. It's right out there where we're looking now. I guess you could see it just faintly. Now we're down at the sea show watching the seals perform. And they're pretty good. do a trick and then they get a treat. Oh, this is the great white killer whale. Swimming around and around, and then he'll come up and do another trick for us. There he goes. Splashes water on everybody. Now we're going to watch some of the smaller whales.
Dolphins.
Those are smaller whales, aren't they? Those aren't dolphins. Are those dolphins?
Yep.
Okay, well they're sure awful big for dolphins, aren't they? Now, those look like dolphins. Oh, what a flip. These guys are good. I think some of those bigger ones are little whales and the others are dolphins, aren't they?
Dolphins and porpoises.
Well, maybe that's porpoise. Okay, now we're switched over to another. What do we got going here? Let's see. Oh, it's just the little ones coming out. Oh my goodness. They jump really high, don't they? And this is marine land on the coast of Southern California. Now that one goes backwards. Another one goes backwards. Wish that lady in front would take her hat off. Now the trainer's going to give them a signal here. Tell them what to do. Go, he says. Go. He's going to tell them to go. You see, he's telling them all to go. Now watch, they're supposed to go here. Ooh, right out of his mouth. That lady's hat, I'd like to get rid of that right in front of us there. Uh-oh. Ooh, what a jump. Now, Jeanette, there we are. See, they're swimming underwater. See that big turtle there? There's a big black sea bass.
Oh, man.
That's the dolphin there. That other big one was a black sea bass. There's the dolphins. It's big turtle. There's the dolphins. That's a moray eel that was just swimming there. Oh, the diver's gonna feed him now, see? There's a diver in the tank feeding them pieces of fish. That's their dinner.
The fish aren't scared.
She's got little piece of fish and stuff, and he's feeding them all their dinner.
That's neat.
Now they're feeding a shark a piece of another big fish, see? Look at that, it's a half a fish. These sharks are down there just eating him all to pieces, aren't they? You see all kinds of neat things down there. More tricks here.
Did the sharks do any tricks?
Boy, look at how long that guy stays out of the water. He's pretty good. There's a lady. She's trained him pretty well, hasn't she? Boy, that guy can go, a long ways. This is out of the Helaman Halls. No, excuse me. That was up in a blizzard up in Fargo, North Dakota. How'd that get there?
That's the pictures.
Yeah. I know, I separated these films and that was part of a splice. Well, here we are out on one of the little harbors in California. We're taking our little hydroplane out with some friends. It's Newport Beach Harbor, probably. And a lot of boats coming in from the ocean, sailboats and cruisers. We didn't want to run our little boat way out in the big waves, but we thought we'd come along in the back bay here where the ocean was shielded from the bay, and we're just going for a little run out and looking at the sailboats and the yachts and the things. We stopped at a little restaurant to get a hamburger. Yeah, our boat's kind of hidden there in the middle of all those others. The others are so big you can't see ours.
This was before we had it.
Yeah. That's Linda Pickles. That's her husband Jeff, a banker down in the area. They're good friends from college. There's the boat that Dad built. And then we're running it again down in the saltwater. They had a mahogany dash and everything was fiberglass and triple lacquered. Yep, and that was the end. Just a second here. Okay, I guess we're ready to go on another film. Clint, fire the thing off. Let's see what we have. Okay, we got Aunt Martha in the '67 red Mustang. Uncle Wendell coming over to our home in Brea for Thanksgiving dinner.
Christmas.
Just Christmas? Okay, Christmas dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got Granddad Ash down from Utah, as well as Barbara and Frank and Grandmother Grace and Aunt Reen. There's Aunt Linda, and she's little. We're all throwing darts out in the backyard.
This was 1967.
Yeah, Rhea feels like this is 67, but it might be a little later than that.
No, it isn't.
Doug's a baby in this.
Doug is not here.
68. Doug was born 69, wasn't he?
68. You
Okay.
start your commentary.
Well, here we go anyway. Now, Uncle Howard. Oh, Uncle Wendell can't be beat. Here's Uncle Howard gonna beat that yet. Oh, where does it hit? Right in the back, Uncle Wendell. Oh, hey, here's Granddad. Grandmother Grace and her father. Okay, there's the rest of the family. Granddad's gonna sit down and enjoy life. There's Aunt Barbara. That's my oldest sister, Barbara. There's Grandmother Grace. And that's your great-grandfather.
Arles Daniel Ash.
Yes, Mom says his name is Arles Daniel Ash. This is a nice afternoon. Big Christmas dinner getting set up inside.
After dinner.
I guess we've already had dinner, Rhea says, and now we're out just goofing around. Look at this trick. That little boy's holding up everybody. Who's hiding in the shadows? Well, it's Aunt Reen. Oh, she doesn't want to get her picture taken, but we've got hold of her. Hi, Aunt Reen. Bye, Aunt Reen. There's Granddad again. Now, he was really a nice person. He'd give us hunting and fishing magazines, and when we were younger, and he was younger, took us out fishing on the Snake River in Idaho. He's enjoying the afternoon watching his grandchildren, great-grandchildren. There's Grandmother Grace. She's got a wine bottle there, I guess, or is that 7-Up? Well, anyway, it's all gone. Well, a little competition here. We're going to see who can batter rock the farthest with a stick of wood. Howard's got about 60 feet there. Now, in the meantime, Frank has got something else on his mind. He's over there flirting with his wife. Oh, they've been discovered by the cameraman. Barbara's trying to tell him to stop, but he won't. The cameraman has got her. Now Frank has got some special Christmas socks on that he's going to show us here. Bright red. To match a red vest. And somebody pulls a hair on his legs. It's Barbara.
That's the campus where you went to school.
All right, this is Fullerton College, where I went to school. Now we're at Las Vegas on a trip with Barbara and Frank up to Utah to visit with grandmother. And here's Aunt Barbara, my oldest sister, Uncle Frank. This must have been in what, Rhea? 1968?
You know, just for Thanksgiving, it must have been 66 or 7.
Yeah, we weren't down there until 67, eh?
Well, I didn't have a baby yet, so it must have been 67.
67, 68. Now we're back down to the coast of California. Here we have some of the very first hang gliders in the nation that we put together with bamboo poles from carpet rolls, and went down and bought big sheets of plastic, used radiator hose clamps and duct tape, and screwed and glued and taped those poles together. And then we stretched them out and put a hose clamp on each side to hold the outside edges in place. Got up on a steep cliff just off of the ocean shore and ran down the grassy slopes and tried to catch the wind that was coming up from the ocean. Here's Uncle Howard in the first run. Uh-oh, in the meantime, Doug's got romance on his mind.
It's Sabrina.
And he's found Sabrina. That's Martha and Wendell's second girl. And back at the action field, Howard has gone down the hill. Now they're carrying his hang glider back up. Tried it one more time. Here he comes. Oh, he says, hey, it works, it works. I'm going to run faster this time. Oh, right over the top, and there he's airborne. Look at him go. He says, this is really fun, Darrell. But we did have a few problems. Our bamboo kept coming apart. Oh, there's Uncle Darrell. Is that still Howard? Well, he's hogging the whole show here. There, that's is that Wendell? Okay, Wendell's got one built also. Look at him run that. Oh, he's getting it off the ground. Whee! Whee! Now we're gathering quite a crowd of spectators up above us. Wendell's hang glider is bigger than Howard's and mine. Howard and I built this one together. And now we got people starting to take pictures of us besides myself. And Howard's still not too sure his is going to hold together. But here he takes a bigger run. Uh-oh, he's out of control. Oh, he's crashed. Now, Wendell, the wind's coming in sideways. Look out, Wendell, look out. The side wind's going to get you. Oh, hold it, Wendell, hold it. Oh, Wendell. And all of that work. Look what's happened. Wendell says, but it was fun. Now we have 2 smashed hang gliders. And we're going to make one out of it. So now we get together and we take what's left of both of them and we make one more. In the meantime, the sun is sinking lower and lower in the sky, and now it's nearly sundown. And here's the last hang glider. Wendell runs, picks up his feet, sails over the camera down the hill. Oh, it works. That must be Uncle Darrel. Or is that still Wendell? Oh, that's still Wendell. There's Uncle Darrel. Way down the hill. There comes Howard. The wind is starting to die. But we've got it stuck together now where it's not going to break. The wind is starting to die and we can't fly very well anymore. So we quit and we went home. Meanwhile, back at home, we had the body shop where I worked, earned money for our family. The front part of the shop was automotive. Here's Samuel Clements, whose nickname was Shorty. And he's a pretty good guy. He owned the building and rented half of it to your dad. This is Shorty. Good Christian person. And if nobody else had the courage to weld or to fix, they brought it to Shorty. He'd weld by gas tanks and everything else. There's the sign on top of the building that your dad had, Davis Auto Body. Also, Shorty's Auto Repairs. Made a nice living for the family for almost 2 years in this small building. This is some of the surrounding businesses. There's a scuba diving shop right there across the street where Uncle Howard and I went to fill our tanks before we'd go skin diving. And this is the back where I had my things. This is a 63 Chevy station wagon we had, and was also fixing an old truck which we later used to move to Illinois and then on to Peoria. Moved grandmother from Montana in that truck. This is my old paint booth, spray booth, where I used to fix cars and roll them in, and that's where I'd put the paint on, make them look nice. Little office there with the bars on the windows to prevent burglary. And this is a typical day. Some cars torn apart, some put together. Next door we had a junkyard, some old junk in it, run by a bearded hermit that lived in one of the trailers. He didn't really like his picture taken much. We're going to try to get a picture of him here in a second. Zoom in on him. I don't know how he made enough money to stay alive, but this is where he lived. There he is, sitting at the table in the chair. Uh-oh, he sees his pictures being taken. Oh, he gives us the V for victory peace sign here. Yes, sir. Quite a colorful old boy. And this is where your dad worked when I was about 29, 30, and 31 years old. Yeah, that's about the time Debbie was born, when your dad was working in this small body shop. There's the car that I'm working on the front end on. I'd built this roof and the overhang that sticks out. Inside my small office were my spray guns and different equipment that I needed to make our money. And fairly crowded, not much room to walk. Yeah, here's a car I just painted, and the front and the back, this is the one that was torn apart earlier. Wasn't anybody around except maybe Uncle Wendell that could make the car as pretty and shiny as Darrel. And Wendell was good, and he could make the car look absolutely gorgeous. And there's Dad with his air grinders working on our truck. That's about 29, 30 years old here.
Dad, it's small.
That's the end of another tape. Okay, we'll be back after we load the camera again. Yep, turn it on. Oh, here we are down at Knott's Berry Farm, an amusement area in California, Los Angeles. And this is a fun place to go too. Or just back at Disneyland.
That's the big Disneyland for Mickey Mouse. Yes, this is Disneyland.
Okay, this is in Disneyland, I'm sorry. Yeah, we had to change film. Okay. Here's Uncle Howard. Somehow we separated the films here. We'll have to straighten this out, but this is Howard and Doug and our family down at Disneyland. Some of the boat cruises and alligators along the waterway, crocodiles. Gotta watch out, they'll grab you right out of the boat. Here's a native in an ancient temple. The ruins of a great civilization. Oh, and elephants spraying water. Oh, elephants. Well, they're not real, but they're pretty good, aren't they?
Oh.
Yeah, squirting water and just having fun, aren't they? Now, what have we got here? Oh, it's a mad elephant, a rogue elephant. He's going to charge us quick. There's a look at these natives on this pole. This rhinoceros has got him cornered with his sharp tusk, and see the natives all climb the pole to get away. Dangerous hippopotamuses lurk under the surface. Cannibals. Need to be careful. On through the wilderness. Gorillas. Finally off the Jungle Cruise and into the bears. This is the musical bears. They're singing and playing. Yes. And the little lady singers come up out of the floor. What's the name of this? Bear Country? Yes, this is in Disney World. Disney World's got one just about like this. This is down in Disneyland for Los Angeles. No, this is Disneyland in California. It's very similar to Disney World. Here's a steamer coming in. Oh, that's Aunt Joyce.
I can tell by the voice.
Grandma Turner. Now we've switched to another Disney World. Yes, there's Grandpa Turner.
There's Malloy, I bet.
There's Valoy and Janice. Eva.
Who's that little girl? Was that? Who's that?
Oh, they're coming down the Matterhorn. See, they're repelling with a rope.
Who's that?
Oh, it's some professional. Now we're in the teacup, and there's Ron and Kim, oh, and Joyce, and they are gonna be sick.
That'd be fun. How do we get back here?
Well, we're going on the crocodile run with them too. You see, this is the second set of film. And Dad likes to shoot the same stuff, I guess. Yeah, it was one where you could use the camera pretty easy. But I was in a hurry this time. See, I didn't take as good of pictures. Close-ups aren't as good. Zebras this time. Yeah, all the lions. There's these guys. Oh, that rhinoceros, is that sharp? Poking their bottoms. Now we're gonna get on the steamship here. There's this sailing ship and choo-choo! Now we're on the little train that takes you around from place to place. There's Mom and Gwen. Hey, I wasn't much good on the camera here, was I? Like Sandra, I'm taking a lot of belt buckle shots. Isn't that awful?
What's that?
We're in a tunnel. See, we're in a train going through a tunnel, and it's got prehistoric world pictures in here and all that, but it's not very well lit, so the movie's too dark. These are the dinosaurs and the,
Oh, there's a good one.
all of the things from prehistoric time.
Oh, sneak. This must be Brontosaurus or something. Maybe Brontosaurus.
Right, and there's Aunt Janice. Yeah. Boy, they're getting tired of walking. There's Mama Turner, and she was your age. Rhea. There's Joyce and Gwen and Valoy and Dad. Oh, Aunt Janice again. Big smile on her. There's Loy. Yep.
She spoiled her when she picked on
There's
us.
Ron.
Dad's Uncle Ron.
There's Daddy Bill before he put the addition onto his house.
My camera.
Yeah. There's Gwen when she's small.
He looks like Mr. Professional there.
Yeah, he's kind of a dapper Dan, isn't he?
He looks like Mr. Cool.
Well, they're finally ready. There's Grandma Turner.
Mommy, where were you?
There's Big
How old is he
Ron.
there?
There's that Rhea. Oh, Jimmy comes out.
Maybe are you done? Quit, stop it.
There's Joyce. There's Rhea.
Mommy keep getting their hair long.
Here comes Aunt Janny. black mercury.
This little kid.
Yeah.
Hey, how you like the paint job on that black mercury, kids? There's Jan and Jim.
Are they married?
Now we just spliced in another film, and
Apollo Theater.
yeah, this is way back when we first got married, huh?
Oh,
No, 67. We just moved to
Yeah,
California.
I think this is Knott's Berry Farm, 1967, 66 or 7, somewhere in there. And this old seal, now he's really enjoying life. Just can't quite get comfortable. So he gets in the water and cools off. And Rhea's having fun feeding him and playing with him.
Is Aunt Jan beside her?
No,
Yeah,
just
we were
Donnie and
just-
I were there that day.
Mom and I were out by ourselves just having fun. Every once in a while I had to turn this film over and it leaves a bright spot. And here we're looking for ducks on the water. There's Mom, and she's watching for these ducks. See, there's one of them. Spent more time taking pictures of the ducks than I did the family. And this is a little train ride into the mine shafts and around the park. And you could get on this train and ride around to the different places. And yeah, now we're all through the place. I think we're getting ready to go home. There's some motorcyclists like the Hells Angels running around down there. I had to get a picture of them. An old trolley car that goes through to take people to Knott's Berry Farm. Now here comes some more wild motorcyclists. Now watch this. We're going to see a holdup. Some bad guy's going to come along and rob this stagecoach, I believe. Oh, sure enough, right there in broad daylight, robbing a stagecoach.
Yeah, they really stopped moving.
Now Riz thinking about getting a new car here, I believe. She's kind of looking to see what the new ones look like.
It's the same camera case.
There's your dad.
That's cute. You
Yeah.
look like Dad so much. It's not
There's your dad when we first got
Look how big
married.
his hands are
You look
compared
like
to his body.
Howard, except without the glasses.
Look, he can
Now that's a
remember it.
definite Howard.
That's Dad.
That looks like
Oh,
Howard.
here's Rhea when we first got married. She's learning to swim. Had a little pool by our apartment. And Rhea'd go out every morning. We worked second shift. It was on Orangethorpe Avenue, and we'd
That's where I learned this.
get up and at 9 o'clock and have some breakfast, and we'd go swim about 10 o'clock to noon, and then we'd have some lunch, and we'd go to work about 3 or 4 in the afternoon and work till midnight.
I was so proud of myself. I
There it
really
is.
said
The end of another big roll. Yeah. Shucks, that was Wendell and his dad, wasn't it?
Who's that?
This is Martha and Wendell's house there in
Is that the
California.
No, it's when they had a new fish.
First
Big
house.
house.
Thing's huge. Is it an apartment or what?
No, it's just a house in a subdivision.
Big.
It's a pretty little house with the bricks and double car garage. Wendell and I are going to go to priesthood meeting together. He's hamming it up again. And try to make me think my camera's broke, probably. There's a big W.
Wow.
There's our brand new little Fiat. Hey, Wendell's giving me the old camera broke routine again.
There's our apartment where we lived when we first moved to
Yes.
California.
This is where we lived when we first moved to California, in this little apartment. And there's our boat and our little car. And there's all kinds of palm trees and pretty plants. There's a little swimming pool right down here where we're looking at that we'd go swimming at. There's the swimming pool, and then we're going to go in and show you the pool. That's where we'd go in and go swimming in the mornings.
Who's that?
Just the neighborhood pool.
And this is where Dad worked at Autonetics. Mom, we both worked together here at this place. It's awful hazy and smoggy there. You notice all the smog around? And it's hard to see the building, but that was my first big job where I made about, what was it, Rhea? We made
About 900 a month.
800 or 900 a month. Now there's a helicopter up there, see it? Way up at 12 o'clock. That's it. Okay, and that was Rhea. When we first moved there. This is Barbara and Frank's house over on Jade Avenue in Placentia.
Hey, we just saw the house again.
And this, boy, this film is really fading out, isn't it? There's the
That's Martha's and her children.
yeah, this is
Mike and Terry and Nathan.
yeah, the kids used to zoom down their driveway. There's Martha. Says hi, come on in.
Here. I should be showered here.
Okay. Now we're over at Frank's for one of his famous dinners, and Frank is an excellent cook. And Aunt Barbara is really a good hostess. There's Barbara fixing us up with all kinds of neat little treats. Yeah, Mama's sitting down, and Wendell's over there with me, and Frank, we're messing around trying to get into food before dinner. Yeah, Frank is whipping up something special. Wendell's trying it. Probably one of Frank's famous fish fries. Seafood dinners.
I remember hush puppies.
Yeah, and he's good at making hush puppies too.
He shaved his head when he was that young.
Come on, Martha, take a look at the camera here. There, girl.
Who's that?
That's Becky. That's your mama.
Who's Betsy? She's
That's Aunt Barbara.
So
after dinner, we're going to sit around and have some family fun. Frank's a heck of a blackjack dealer in the old days. Yeah, let's see, who's in the refrigerator? Well, it's Frank. He's getting something to drink out of there. Boy, I'm thirsty just thinking about it here. You kids ever met Uncle Frank yet?
No.
Well, you're seeing him quite a bit here. We'll go meet him one of these days. Now we're all playing cards like we do here sometimes.
You are
Let's see.
picking it there.
Yes, sir. We're seeing what Frank's got. Wendell calls.
Monopoly?
Monopoly.
Yeah, we switched games here, didn't we? Well, we must spend a lot of time at these parties in the old days. Well, I'm really good on Monopoly, but not getting many faces here, am I? Probably forgot I had the close-up lens on, and I thought I was getting the whole thing.
Who's that?
That's Dad, isn't it?
That's you.
Yeah, that's your dad.
He looks like that. Except his face is that big one.
Now we're on the last little piece here. See, whose place is this, Rhea?
Looks like our apartment.
Okay, this is over. Oh, that's right. This is the birthday party for Uncle Wendell at our apartment in Orangethorpe. Look at the candles. Now, he wanted his wish to come true really bad. We had something like 10 or 15 presents for Uncle Wendell, and they were hidden all over, and there was a treasure map that he had to use to find them. And it would say, take 10 steps and go to your left and watch out or something will burn your ear. And then he'd have to find a present in the light. And Martha was looking pretty. And we had a lot of fun together that year. And Rhea and Martha and Wendell, everybody was having fun. That's Aunt Barbara, I believe, over on the side, isn't it? Now here's Wendell on his treasure hunt. He found something in the closet. And he opens it up and what is it? Now he reads the treasure hunt map again. He's still looking. There, he's found something on the light. Oh my goodness. Oh, we had a few joke presents too. We gave him a little book of matches. Now we gave him something to go fishing with, it looks like. Fishing lures. Wendell likes to fish some. Well, he found something outside. Well, his little boys were all for helping him out, let me tell you. He had to beat him off his treasure map. More fishing lures. A super duper, it looks like.
Ooh, Mom, what a stink.
It's like you got another Clint sitting there rocking that chair, doesn't it? Look at that. Boys didn't even know it. They're sitting right on top of a present.
Yeah, shy.
Just what he needed, another pair of socks. That's all that's left of the birthday cake. Yeah, we knew what to do with birthday cake in those days.
I think so.
Everybody's starting to leave to go home, and we're getting ready to clean up. Now we're back. This is Uncle Howard when he's younger.
Yeah, that's
And
Grandma's
that's
house.
grandmother's house. There's Aunt Linda.
No, to Grandma's house?
Yeah. Yeah, that's Aunt Linda.
Remember the one we visited in Alaska? That's
Uh-oh. Tiger. Tiger's about to get us here. Look out, Howard. He's gonna jump on you. Look out. Uh-oh. There they come. This is Linda and grandmother when they were living in the Provo house. Yeah, at least we're taking some better pictures of people here, aren't we, Rhea? And Mother had fruit trees all around the place and rose bushes, and she just loved to go out in the yard and outside. And here she's out inspecting things. Linda's got the wild kitty cat. Yeah, that cat's kind of like our gray one, isn't it? Still plays with him even though it's bigger. Yeah, that's a nice picture. Now, where are we going? Oh, this is the canoe trip up in Montana on the Big Horn River when Doug was a baby. And Rhea's going to take Howard and I and drop us off here on the river. There's the canoe we're going to use. Got a new grooming that year. And right below this dam is a huge roaring river. At least it looked huge to us because we'd never been canoeing before. And there goes Howard down to look the edge, over the edge. Boy, it's a long way to the bottom. We're gonna canoe on that. Yeah, we did. We canoed down it. Finally hit the Yellowstone River that we're looking at here. Took us a couple of days to go down that river. And beautiful trip, no big rainy storms. Here we're catching fish 2 or 3 at a time out of the Yellowstone. That was Doug catching a few trout there. Well, here we are with Lawson's and some of the other members of our ward on a ward camping trip out in Nauvoo in the summer of 1974. Here's Myrna Marler and Carolyn Lawson. And there's Gary Lawson getting his tent ready. It's a beautiful afternoon. We're going to go out and play horseshoes and throw the frisbee and visit with each other and barbecue. Everybody's relaxing, just having a good time together. And Gary Lawson and Mike Marler throwing horseshoes on this end. And on the other end, Gary Nelson, Lloyd Jessup. And this is baby Sandra. She's having a good time too. Here's little Debbie. Now Gary and Mike aren't doing near as well as Gary Nelson and Lloyd, but they're trying. Here's Lloyd Jessup. He's pretty deadly. Gary Nelson makes a few ringers. And it's a beautiful day in Nauvoo, Illinois. People are throwing darts and frisbees. In the background is Frank Gines and his wife and some of his children. And during this trip, a non-member friend of ours, Dave Griffin, and his wife came over and visited us. And we'll see him later in the riverboat ride. And the horseshoe game is getting more intense here. Gary Nelson is zeroing in. In the meantime, the girls are making up dinner. There's Margie Nelson, Gary's wife. There's Linda Jessup, Carolyn, and Rhea. They're going down to get tickets to ride the riverboat. There's Gary trying to hide from us. There's little baby Debbie. There's Doug. He's pretty good. Getting bigger, isn't he? Doug's growing up. Now we're going to ride on the Mississippi River. Here's Sandy and Dave Griffin. Came down to ride and be a part of the group. Now we'll get to see some of the city of Nauvoo from the river. As the people who were converted to the church came from England and overseas, they'd come up the Mississippi in a boat. And when they saw Nauvoo, as we're looking at it here, in the old days it was a little bigger city. They called it Nauvoo the Beautiful because it had such beautiful whitewashed buildings and was so neat and orderly. And they called it the Beautiful City. It must have been an impressive sight. Now most of it has been destroyed, but we still see the land and the trees and bushes in a similar way. Mississippi at this point is nearly a mile wide, and it's here that the saints were forced to cross the river in December, and it was the first time the river had frozen completely across that early in the year. They were able to go across this water with their hand carts and some of their possessions in the middle of the winter. And now we're back at the campground and throwing the frisbee. Just absolutely beautiful weather. Here's our old white 56 pickup. The camper on it that we brought in from Utah. Murner Marlar. And inside we have Rhea and Debbie. They hid from us, so we couldn't see them. Mom's enjoying herself here. Myrna Marlar. You were expecting who?
Jeanette.
Jeanette. Yes, that's right. Jeanette was coming. So Jeanette, you were there too. You just couldn't see it. Ah, shucks. The camp out's about over. Folding up our tents. Now we've switched to another.
Oh, look at him. Look at
This is over at Shelbyville, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, now we've shifted quite a while, and we're camping out over in Lake Shelbyville on the other side of the state. And again, I think we're with the Lawson family.
Yep.
We had the little Toyota with a sleeper and a tent, and here's the Lawsons next to us. Now they're dragging. Just Jeanette?
Yeah.
Boy, this is quite a bit later. This is like 3 years or so later.
4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, and the Lawson boys are getting bigger. Yeah, that's Debbie, and Rhea's fixing her hair.
Look at the brush.
Look at the long hair that little girl's getting. Hey, Debbie. There's Doug. Look how he's grown.
Looks like me.
Yeah, that mama. She's working the kids over just like a mama dog takes care of her little puppies. And there's our little hammock, and Doug is just really getting the hang of that. Oh, don't fall out, Doug. Don't fall out. Oh, hang on.
There's Clint. Oh, look at that.
There's Clint. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. He put his head
So crusty.
Oh, that's the cutest kid.
Hi, Clint. Now, what are we going to do? I guess we're going to take our boat out here after a while. We're getting ready to do that. Playing a little game first while everybody gets ready. Boy, the old cameras just don't take really good pictures, do they? Made the mistake of shooting into a bright background. Mama's always worried about how she looks, and doesn't matter how you look in these pictures, does it? This is us, you know, when we're out, we need to just take pictures the way we are. Boy, I sure wish we'd had a little more light in here. Hey, Clint, there he is. He's playing with the jerks, isn't he? Well, boy, this is really underexposed. Something terrible. There's the back of our Toyota. Boy, Sandra's got something in her mouth about a mile big. Must have been a piece of bubble gum. Now, who's this coming?
Mom.
Sure enough, it is. It's your mother. Now we're going to go down in the boat. We're going to get out of the shade so we can take some pictures. There's the
Yeah,
girl.
we walked through all that stuff.
Look at these little kids.
There I am.
Boy.
Jeanette's behind. What's up, Todd? That's me. That's Todd. Yeah, short Jeanette. His Amber. Down.
Jeanette's slowing down. Then we put all those things.
Oh, there's Lake Shelbyville, kids, and our boat's the one that's pulled up closest there with the brown top and the white bottom.
That was fun. What's that?
Yeah, we went across the lake to a sandbar, and then we parked and let everybody out, and then those that wanted to water ski, we went water skiing, and everybody else played in the water by this sandbar. Well, who's that? Who was that?
Sean.
Yeah, Gary and I are out in the boat helping people water ski.
Jeanette's the big one.
Is that Jeanette in the big one? Boy, everybody just having a blast. Somebody wants to go fishing.
That looks like Clint, it's Doug.
Yeah. I went on that.
I just saw it. I didn't like that.
Boy, remember that old piece of plywood we found?
I wanted to go
The boys made it. Lawson boys.
No, is that where? I guess maybe the Lawson boys made that. That worked pretty good, I guess. Oh, look at them go. Who's this? Sean?
No, Sean's not that big.
See, they were pulling little kids, that's it. Yeah. Is it Doug?
We're having a little trouble getting some people hooked up on the thing, and I think we're going to have to get a bigger person to come and help, because some of the small ones were afraid to go alone. Seemed like Todd and Tim helped out a little.
What's that?
See, did you-
Isn't that you, Elsa?
So we pulled the little ones around really slow, and the big boys helped with them. Who's that, Debbie? Oh, that was Clint? Oh, my goodness. Is this Clint here, too?
No, Clint didn't get that
I'm
far.
on the
That was
shore.
Jeanette.
That's Doug. That's Doug.
That's Doug there. We pulled him so fast that he said it smashed his belly. Made it hurt. Look at him go. I mean, we got him skipping like a little rock over the water.
Sean, probably. There's Mom.
There's our boat.
And she's in skis. That was so funny. Oh, he's so
Yeah,
cute.
there's Jeanette. That's Mom!
This is Rhea. And I tell you what, she's game. Look how she tries here.
Doug, man, that old red swimsuit over that.
There's Carolyn. I guess Carolyn was expecting. Oh my
all those
goodness, look at
kids.
that poor boat. Now we're back at the camp.
I'm somewhere in there. There I am.
Look at the cutest little boy.
I kept falling, so this one's
Poor little Clint, he just doesn't know quite how to get his fair share there, but he's gonna give it to us.
Is it Caesar?
Can't tell.
It is.
Sit still a minute there, Senator girl.
We just haven't tried to get so close. You can. There's Sean.
Sean.
He's
Watch him!
And Sandra pushes him off. And there's our camp.
Oh, that inner tube was fun.
Lawson's had their
That's Amber.
green Oldsmobile and their little brown trailer. We had our little Toyota pulling our boat.
Oh my gosh.
It'll fall off pretty soon. You watch. How big jump?
Jeanette figured out how to stay on it.
That's the Jared. Oh, look at
Nuh-uh, Jared.
That's Kurt.
Nuh-uh, there were I don't even
Boy, he didn't want anything to do with that, did he?
Jared.
That's
Jason. It's Amber, so
It's Jared.
it's Jared. It's okay.
Amber's
Is that
the one.
Jared?
The cute one. Yeah, it's Jared.
And there's Jerry and Carolyn having a good time. And looks like the end of our film, kids.
Oh, that makes me sick.